Hey everyone, you're watching Ash on Comics. I'm Ash, and today, Star Wars trailer is released. That used to be a huge deal. Nowadays, it's like, oh, yeah, another Star Wars trailer is released. They release a Star Wars movie every year, so it's kind of been like, oh, but man, this used to be huge. When Phantom Menace released the trailer, oh my god. And then Force Awakens, those were huge events. Even the Last Jedi was a big deal. Now, I haven't done any reaction videos. I haven't ever done any videos. I haven't really even talked about Star Wars on my channel. And part of the reason is because I actually like Star Wars. Now, just to give you a little backstory, I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I've seen all the films in the theaters. Star Wars is more than just a movie for me. It's really, and I know it sounds kind of corny, it's kind of shaped my life. I'm a massive fan of George Lucas. The reason why my online, like my Twitter alias, and I use it for everything online, is Ash1138. That 1138 is significant for George Lucas and Star Wars. So I want to just kind of give you a little bit of background to know where I come from when it comes to Star Wars, because I'm going to watch. I have not seen this video yet. I just went like 12 seconds in and paused it to have a screen. I have not watched it. I want to give a genuine reaction to the video and talk about it. Now, before I do, I want to give a disclaimer. I actually liked The Last Jedi. I know. Please don't hit that unsubscribe button. I hope not. I don't talk about it much because most of the people that are online and in my portion, I guess, side of the community that I socialize with tend to be big Star Wars haters. Not hating Star Wars, but like The Last Jedi. Just, oh man, the backlash on that. It's sapped a lot of the fun out of it for me too. I can't even like go online and watch videos. I used to like my favorite YouTubers and have fun with Star Wars because everyone is just constantly trashing it. And that's fine that you didn't like the film. And I don't want to be that guy that's arguing and fighting, saying, oh, you know, I like the film. I can defend why I like the film. I think many of the reasons why people hate the film are bogus reasons. That's my opinion. And I feel like people are just looking to hate things, is what it boils down to. I just think people are reaching so hard to find a reason to hate because something set them off. Now, I will be the first to admit that Disney and Rian Johnson did not handle the criticism of that film well at all. And if you're one of those persons that's like, screw them, and you're valid, okay? But their reaction and their professionalism doesn't equate to the film itself, which I will also say has its problems, namely her. The main protagonist is a Mary Sue, and you don't care about her, and it does have its problems. I won't sit there and pretend, Last Jedi's the greatest movie. It's, I know it is a problematic Star Wars film, and there I go using that term, problematic. It's like I can't even use the term anymore because the SJWs have ruined that too. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to watch this. Now, I'm not going to play it live. If you want to see this, if you haven't seen it yet, playing it through my camera is not going to... Go to StarWars.com, watch the full super quality version of it if you haven't seen it. I'm going to pause the camera, watch it, then come back and talk about the film. And then I might play it silently so that I can comment on what I saw. I don't even know what I'm going to see yet. So, all right, I'll see you in a sec. Okay. One thing I forgot to mention was about my apprehensions about Episode 9. Now, I've already said I liked The Last Jedi. And I do, generally. I mean, the good outweighs the bad. There's bad things. That's another video to talk about that. But one thing I'm really worried about is all the backlash that the film has been having, them trying to sort of fix it in Episode 9. If they do that, it's my belief that they're going to ruin it for everybody, right? So if we say hypothetically they've lost half their audience, like half the audience just hates what they've been doing with Star Wars and is like, I'm out. The other half is people like me going, I like it. I'm down. I'm going to see episode 9. If you try to retcon things, if you do something stupid like, oh yeah, episode 8 was just a dream, and like, yes, the fans that hate episode 8 are gonna supposedly get what they want or whatever, but ultimately it's gonna just soil the whole thing, and then everyone's gonna hate it. The fans that liked episode 8 are gonna hate episode 9. The fans that want episode 9 to try to undo things of episode 8, I don't think are really gonna like that enough to make them really go, oh, it's all better now, and it's just gonna spoil. This is gonna be dumb. I think the right course in this case is to stay on course, right? Stay on your vision, do what you have been planning to do all along, and just tell the best story you can. Yes, you should listen to your fans, but you shouldn't let them dictate what you're going to do, right? You should have a vision, and you can make mild corrections. Like, I would say, do things to make her not a Mary Sue, give her some failures. I actually would love to see her be a villain, but if that wasn't the plan, I don't want them to just all of a sudden insert that and do big U-turns. But see her fail, things like that. Those are one of the things you want to listen to fans for, but you don't want to just be like, oh, you hated Rose Tico? Well, we're just not going to have her in the film all of a sudden. It's just like, wait, what? That's not the kind of things that you do. Obviously, she's meant to be part of the series, and you just got to go stand. Anyways, I'm blathering. So I watched this now. I watched it 3 times to kind of get a feel of what it is, and I think the best way to talk about it is to play it. So I'm going to just play it in excerpts. And this is the first time I've ever done this, so I apologize if you're like, oh, come on, Ash, this is a stupid way to do video. My bad. So I'm watching here, and this is a long shot of staring at Rey's face. Oh, male gaze. I'm just kidding. And this was kind of cool. You see the TIE fighter coming in the horizon. One thing that JJ is great at is visuals. I've never faulted JJ for that aspect. People make fun of his lens flares. Who cares? He keeps it under control in Star Wars. So there's so much shot of the desert in this trailer, though. And why are we always back at deserts? Just like 30% of the Star Wars movies had to be in a desert. So this part I didn't get. It's tension, and she's running away. Running 5 miles an hour isn't going to make a difference when you do this move. Why don't you just stand still and leap? No, whatever. I guess it's just for visual effect. And now, Kylo Ren, I noticed in that, he doesn't kill that guy. I thought this is supposed to be a big evil. Takes him down with his hand. I guess this is a teaser. We don't know the context of what's going on. But here we get to see our 2 male heroes. Hopefully they're not cucked out in this film and just left on the sideline to be like, hey, look at how awesome the women are in this movie. And we'll just sit here from on the sides and cheer them on. Hopefully they have something important to do, because this is Poe Dameron. And according to the Disney movies, he is the best starfighter pilot who has ever lived. Now, they don't ever say that in the films, but if you watch Force Awakens and Last Jedi, this guy pulls off things that Anakin Skywalker, who's one of the greatest star pilots, couldn't have pulled off. This guy, I was hoping, man, after Force Awakens that we were going to get the big reveal that these 2 were Force sensitive. And I think that would have been an amazing way to go with the series, is that Rey was like the strong one. She's a descendant of Skywalker. But these 2 are also Force sensitive, and that Rey would get her training, and once she, had her training, we would get this reveal. It's like, oh, I sense the Force in you. Then it'd be like, what? And that would explain why he is so good as a pilot. but I think that's a huge missed opportunity that we're not going to see. You can see that in this other scene they had the other droid. We don't see R2-D2 anywhere in this teaser. Now, that doesn't mean anything, but it's pretty clear from the last film that R2 is just being phased out. I don't like that. I do love BB-8, but why do we need another one? Why? And now we see Lando. And I watched this after 3 times watching it. The first time I was like, oh, cool, Lando. And it's a good, joyous scene. And after 3 times of watching it, I was thinking back to the original Force Awakens trailer and how nostalgic it was, and how JJ was like, look, it's the characters you love, you know, Han Solo, you know, like, yes, I do love them, and it's kind of cool to see them back on the screen in Star Wars, but that's not the purpose of Star Wars. Star Wars isn't meant to be nostalgia. It's meant to push boundaries, take us to new imaginary worlds, and give us new adventures. I'm happy to see Lando. I think there was a huge missed opportunity in the last film. If you're going to put Lando in the film, this should have been the Slicer character instead of DJ. Now, I like DJ. I think DJ was cool. And again, I'm afraid you won't even see DJ in this film at all. And his character will be meaningless. And I was hoping we were going to get a new character a la Han Solo, who would have an arc of being a person who is just in it for the money, doesn't care about anyone else, and maybe because of the actions of the heroes would see that, no, choosing the side of good, it's important. It's important to stand up for good. And this character would be persuaded, and that would be a good story. I like the character, but even when I was watching the film, I was like, that character, damn it, got cut off. I was talking about in Last Jedi when they go to the casino planet or whatever. Lando should have been the Slicer, and it would have been cool if Maz Kanata knew him, because she knows Han, you know, and that would have been a cool way to introduce him to this group of characters. Anyways, they missed that, and now bringing in Lando after that fact just even highlights the missed opportunity. I'm happy to see him. I just don't think he really fits in I think he's being shoehorned. My guess is he's being shoehorned in the film. Saga comes to an end. Okay. So we get the characters fighting on the desert planet.
We'll always be with you.
We get Leia. Stop. I hate doing this on my pad. Death Star in the background. JJ did this with Force Awakens, having the big Star Destroyer, and now it's like, let's one-up it. That's nostalgia. This thing would crash into a planet, would like destroy a planet. What planet are they on? Right? There was Yavin 4, the moon of Yavin 4, and then the moon of Endor, both forest planets. This doesn't look like either of those. I hope there's a satisfactory explanation.
No one's ever really gone.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Oh boy. The last episode of the series is Rise of Skywalker. So there is no Skywalkers left. Are you spoiling it that Rey is a Skywalker? I mean, I've always wanted her to be. I think that's the only way it makes sense. But if she is, why is she in the title? Like, why is it spoiled in the title and not the film? Like, imagine Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, I don't know, Vader is your daddy. Like, but I'm at a loss. Yeah. So that's my reaction is kind of bumbling. I don't know what to think. I love Star Wars. I love seeing this stuff on screen. I get a giddy reaction. But Force Awakens and Last Jedi, when I saw the trailers, I was like, oh, and my mind was like going, this feels like, hey, nostalgia. Those things you like, here we go. We'll put them on screen for you. But there doesn't seem to be any ideas. Now, I know it's just a teaser trailer and they're not really going to reveal stuff. This is a dumb name, The Rise of Skywalker. I don't get it. If Rey is a Skywalker, she's not the Rise of Skywalker. Anakin would have been. Or at the very least, Luke. Like, I don't know what to think. So this whole purpose of this video was just to capture my first moments seeing this. I kind of want to get in a discussion. What were your thoughts thinking about this video? If you're just hate on Star Wars, if you're one of those people that's like, oh, Last Jedi was utter dog shit and I will never watch Star Wars again, that's 100% your prerogative, but it's not going to be contributive if you just put in the comments like Star Wars is dog shit to me. You can do it. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm kind of looking for like actual discussion on the films and this trailer in particular. How did it make you feel? Does it revive your excitement? Does it diminish your excitement? Does it, I don't know. Did you even have any excitement? So tell me what you think. I know this is a total poor man's hobby job video, but what are you going to do, right? No one's paying me any money. So thanks again so much for watching, and hopefully it's good.